Psalm 13. How long, Lord? Will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. At the time I'm recording this, it's Monday morning. It's dark and wet and gloomy outside, and the setting seems fitting for our psalm this morning. Psalm 13 is a song of lament. As you read through the book of Psalms, you'll find quite a few of these, which may seem strange, right? Because aren't Psalms part of the Bible, and isn't the Bible God's word to us? If this is God's word to us, then why are there parts like this that cry out, "Where are you, God? Have you forgotten about me?" Wouldn't God want us to simply just have faith and be joyful knowing that He's in charge of the universe? Have a look at this psalm. It's heavy. 4 times it says, how long? That's indicative of someone who believes themselves to be abandoned by God. According to the writer, God has forgotten. God is hiding his face. Meanwhile, the author wrestles with their thoughts. They are riddled with anxiety. There's no path ahead, no way that they can think themselves out of this situation that they're in, and they're stuck with sorrow every day. The enemy, whoever or whatever it is winning. Verse 3 then demands that God show up. It says, look on me and answer, Lord my God. Why? Because if you don't, God, I'm going to sleep in death. My enemies will rejoice over me. If you don't do something, the world is going to end. So God, act, please. But then the mood of the psalm changes in verses 5 and 6. Despite not getting an answer, despite God still seeming absent, the writer expresses his trust in God's love. He rejoices. He has joy that God saves. And he says, I will sing, though the night is still upon him. So how did we get from there to here? Well, I think because this isn't a psalm of doubt. It's a psalm of trust. This person, in the middle of their pain and abandonment, hasn't turned away from God. They've turned to Him. With all their fear and anxiety and the unknown, they have brought themselves and all of these things to God. And in doing so, in doing the simple thing of crying out to God, despite their despair, despite feeling that God does not care for them in that moment, this person finds exactly what they're looking for. They find not a specific answer to their predicament, but they find the only answer: God's love. Notice their situation hasn't actually changed. But what has changed is that by crying out, they have found trust. It's not in the lack of tears, but through tears, where hope is found. So, maybe today is dark and gloomy for you as well. God seems not to care or notice the state that you or the world are in. What do? Cry out. Take everything you are carrying to God. Let Him have it. He can handle it. Your situation might not change, but you might. This is when our words, our broken, frail, emotional, desperate words, become God's words back to us. That through tears, hope is found.